It's boring. I'm tired. I'm going to cheat.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
I'm going to cheat.
She being honest. You know what I'm saying? At least she being honest and she's saying what a lot of women be thinking in their mind. Because the comment section of that video, proved that a lot of women be thinking like this. Right. This type of woman, she used to the dude that, keep on her toes, live life on the edge, probably a fuckboy, whatever it may be, brings drama to her life. That's a section. You ain't trying to deal with all the toxicity.
EA Sports.
You cool with game. You know what I mean? And anyone that respects you, she cool with that.
The Heisman Trophy. The name alone conjures up memories of heroes past. The Heisman was an underdog.
That's
made people believe. Of performances that stand the test of time. Same thing, a game day. Only the most outstanding of players will join the ranks of this elite fraternity. To be a Heisman Trophy winner, you're going to need more than luck. You must embody the characteristics displayed by those that came before you. Play the game in class. If you can heed their advice, defy the odds, and rise to the challenge, your name will forever be followed by the words Heisman Trophy winner. And the winner of the 2012 Heisman Trophy is...
Tons of expats coming to the Philippines, starting businesses, making hundreds of thousands of dollars in the Philippines with the Filipino. And I've showed plenty of guys. So guys coming out here starting with music businesses, guys coming out here with out here, tons of guys doing it. And they can't. Now, I'm not saying no one can do the United States, because there are some that got their head on the shoulders. But wanting excitement all the time is a problem. And it's been that way since day one. It's crazy.
I just want to have a conversation with y'all about the team and how I'm going to keep my fellas somehow. And women fellas are some people. But when it comes to cheating, especially from a woman's perspective, 9 times out of 10 when a woman cheats is because the man is not.
It wasn't my fault. Never your fault, Meadow.
I don't care if you got her the biggest purse. Okay, I don't care how much money you put in her pockets. I don't give a damn if that woman emotional needs is fucking bad. That is going to make that woman's mind up.
They don't want you to know.
Hey, if you know you cash payout, if you were in a car accident 1 year ago, even if you weren't driving, just flip a little right to see how much you can get. Just answer 5 simple questions, and it only takes 30 seconds. If you got hurt by a driver last year, you never been you could get a check just like tens of thousands of people have received a 5-figure or even a check without going to court, paying big legal fees, or dealing with insurance companies, reading terms, even if you are that ride-share user, cyclist, or motorcyclist, you can get the justice you deserve. She had no idea her case was working. But after she came to car accident counsel, she got over $1,000 from an accident that happened a little less than a year ago. No matter what you do before, you can get what you want. It can be shocked to see how much more in deep than you expected. We can't change the past, but we can help you get a good cash settlement from his work, hospital bills, and property damage. Here's what 5 simple questions. In a few minutes, will tell you if your accident qualifies for major compensation. After that, You just tell them about your case and wait for a check. You can get in as little as 30 days. Your specialists will do everything to help you because they don't get paid unless you eat. To see if your accident qualifies for a major cash settlement, take the simple questions. Some people look like they're scamming the system. Don't let that deserve conversation. It's your right. Click the link below. Answer a few questions about your case, and if you qualify, a top accident specialist will contact you with a plan within minutes for free. Just imagine having an extra $10,000 or even $100,000 right now. Won't it feel good to pay off your bills, get a new car, and have a ton of extra cash to take a vacation by using a car accident council app? If the accident shouldn't be punished. So if you're still wondering if this will work for you, and you haven't gotten a settlement, this is for you. The accident can't be your fault, and it must have happened up to 1 year ago. So what do you have to lose? Click the link to answer 5 simple questions and see what your case is worth. I hope this helps. She says, that's cash back on your purchases. This season, do China. That sounds like a
Okay, and I'm not saying that I go to look like that, like a woman is not a hoe. I'm saying time after time, if a woman is expressing to you that you're not capable of meeting her emotional needs, and you just giving her money to go shopping, you just giving her money to go do this, go do that, you just handing her money for her to get out your face, basically like right? She feels that. As you know, women are emotional beings, but they feel a man, he feels he don't feel as much as a woman feels, right? And so by you just feeding her with this money, this and that, just to get out of your face, I'm telling you, that will have a woman's mind. And I don't give a damn what nobody say about loyalty, this, loyalty, that. Okay, fine, until they say I get it, loyalty, okay, loyalty, that. And I'm not even talking about physical cheating, because before a woman starts the physical cheat, she's doing everything to make that relationship work. Men is gonna say that. Men don't realize when a woman is trying to be under you, when a woman is trying to talk to you, that's her way of trying to get her emotional need met. When a nigga trying, you know what I mean? When a nigga trying to get his what he doing? He all up under you. And that's when a woman is trying to get her emotional needs met, you don't want to hear it. Go chase some money, go buy you something. Get out my face, right? So before it ever gets to the point where a woman physically go out and cheats, she have exhausted every possibility that she could to get this attention. And what happens when a nigga don't give a female attention? Some women leave, granted, some women break up a relationship and leave, but not every woman is in a relationship where they can just walk out, meaning that this man have manipulated her, he gaslights her, right? He makes her feel as if it's gonna be alright, but in reality, it is what it is. Y'all know what I know. Is it cheat? Yes, it's wrong to cheat. Yes, people should just leave. Is it easy? No. We can't just say if it's that easy, just leave. Now, sometimes people are really in a relationship. They're not. Depending on how many years y'all been together, especially if y'all been together for years, especially if y'all got kids together, it's not just as easy as people say to just leave. It's not right to cheat. It's not. But oftentimes you have men who's cheating in a relationship on women that never leave. If you look at relationships, you will notice that a man who stays in a relationship year after year after year don't even like who he with. Have a wondering eye, have a lustful period, right? He'll lust out every other woman that comes to mind and stay in that relationship that he's in. And stay in a relationship that he's in, and he won't leave. If you notice, a woman will get fed up, right? She'll just get fed up and she'll leave. But that man will cheat on that woman time after time, year after year, until she finally get fed up and leave. So my question to you is, if a woman is getting bored in a relationship, is it right for her to go and cheat? my things managed. Okay. What do y'all feel like is issue? Is she bored because she's not getting her emotional needs met, or is she just not moving? Hey, y'all talk about in the comment section. I know this video was a little bit, but I had to get that off my chest. Okay, let's get it.
Every time I got a trailer on like 4 DC niggas and drive. So wait a minute, wait a minute. So basically, I'm just trying first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said. When you first get the job corps, there's an orientation door. So there's like 5 doors, and one of them is called Lincoln, which is the orientation door, which is where the boys and the girls are. So we were in Lincoln, mind you, when we go to job corps, we stay in Lincoln for 2 weeks. So I was in Lincoln for 2 weeks, so this was my second week. These deep steamers came the same day that I came. One day, I went to San Antonio. And out of nowhere, I don't know who started it, but somebody started showing a video of them having it. So then everybody started showing their videos. So I'm showing my little light-skinned boy, he showed a video. Wanted 5 down a foot long. I'm like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. I'm jumping up there like that. So guys, so then I invited her. So everybody was trying to be there. Even my roommate, well, she became my roommate later. She was my roommate. She became my roommate because I started using over that. So even my roommate was trying to be there. Like, all my roommates were trying to be there, and then the girl that became my roommate who was out of that dude, she was trying to be there. Everybody trying to be there. It was his day. He was sexy. He had that, and he was old. He was old like piece of cake. Everybody was trying to be there. One thing about me, I'm nice and Mexican. What? I don't play around, I don't smoke, I don't like to do the whole get it out of that. They was trying to make cars, doing something. All that. So we wind up getting in an argument that same day. So I argued with them like over. I said he was like baby Kilo. And then he said like I said, we was in the orientation bar. So the guys have their side and the girls have their side. But to go to a specific one, you're basically going in the comedy area. Might as well spend time everybody sleeps. So, my friend, well, she's not my friend, but she was even my friend. She was just a fun job. I only knew her for like a week or some days. So, but she was like my job for one time. So, she wound up going to the water fountain. She went to the water fountain. He's like, well, we got carts, we got this, we got that. Like, come sneak over here. So she was like, how did we sneaking over there? Like, what the? She comes back in the room like, why I just see, oh boy, he talking about let's sneak over there. So, I'm fast, like I said, I'm easy. I'm faster than Mexican music. I'm faster than a black man named Jamal running from 12. Like, I'm really fast. So,
Yo, CEO, Joey. I heard the company finally matched our 2,000x multipliers on that are unacceptable. I want 10,000x right now for our users. I said no! No! Give all of your users a free $10 while you're at it too. Step it up. 10,000 times your money on better picks all NFL season long. Download the Better app today and get a free $10. Plus, earn up to a $200 bonus on your first deposit. What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more, here are 3 easy solutions you can start implementing today. Number 1, the first step to tackling your credit card debt is understanding how much debt you actually have and how long for if you're only making minimum payments or have fallen behind. Minimum payments could literally keep you in debt for decades. $10,000 in debt can take anywhere from 14 to 26 years to pay off if you're only paying minimums. And that's just $10,000. Number 2, try this popular method to tackle debt. Start with minimum payments to stay current on all of your cards. Then, take any additional money you can afford and put all of it towards your smallest debt until it's paid off. By paying off your smallest debt first, you'll likely knocking out one debt at a time until you're debt-free. Number 3, anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may fall national debt relief. Getting started is easy, and the process is already helpful for and counting. This is not too good. I had no weeks. And then I got the email, it said, we're now debt free. I still was like in disbelief about it. I can't, because it was such a release. My relationship. I'm debt free. Find out if you're eligible today. Click the link on this video and answer a few short questions. If you have $10,000 or more in debt, there's a good chance you'll qualify. But don't wait. Be sure to apply before next Friday. Go ahead and click that link. You'll be glad you did.
We all get ready, whatever. Mind you, we was just like taking our showers because it was the weekend, and on the weekends in Job Corps, you don't really do nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, wait till I get out the shower. Boom, I get out the shower. We got the boy with the big dicks and brother to go distract the dorm manager. So he's distracting her because she's the only person that has cameras. Distracting her, whatever. While he's distracting her, we're on the phone with him while he's distracting her. We're walking past. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna say your name, Miss May. And a little disclaimer, you know what? No, disclaimer, but Miss May, yeah, suck my dick, fighters. Suck my dick.
I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, and I mean that for her job, yeah. Talking about, oh my god, baby, girl, like you just dick around Ari, and I'm saying Ari need to. You was dick around Ari, dumbass. That's probably somewhere paying flowers, awesome ass. We wind up sneaking past, mind you. One of my friends from home, the girl from Job Corps, and me, we were trying to get to the boys. The boy winds up distracting the lady. Then we told him, yo, start walking to the room so we can walk behind you. He starts walking to the room. We all start, like not running, but we all start walking fast behind him. Them two get caught. I don't get caught. I go in. They go back. She's, oh my God, girl, I know. You guys are not trying to stick in those boys. I know. Like they wind up getting caught and they wind up going back to our room. I and the boys. So the ladies come in, I'm in the shower. I look, one of the niggas was asleep. So I get under the covers with him, whole lot, like you're not catching me. I get cracked. So they mad. So me and the boys, like, we're just laughing, like, oh my God, like, okay, that's a guy. So they're mad, blowing my phone up. The girls that tried to sleep over there with me too. They're mad, blowing my phone up. Getting caught with the you're tight? Yeah, you're funny. No, I'm gonna wait until it's a good time to go back. So one of the niggas, they walk up to me, right? He walked up to me like, oh yeah, I hope y'all know, y'all came in here to get busy. He was like, I guess you the only one getting busy. So I'm like, you know, but I'm like, you know, it was fun. And you know, like I said, I'm fast. You feel me? So, now I get one little sucky hucky or whatever. And then it's like, me too. I'm like, you too? Shit. I'm thinking, little tutu, whatever. The other one, big man, $5 football, 3. And then his brother came. You know, everybody was like clowning me, like, yo, whore, you got to train around, blah, blah. I'm grown it. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely fuck them niggas. And, you know, yeah, so then after I fucked them niggas, right, I lost my phone. I get tight, so I walk out the room. I lost my phone. Why the I walk out? They're crying. I'm gonna say Ari because I don't give a shit. Ari is crying. I know this. Yes, thank God. Right. Sorry, girl, you don't even know me. What is value my pussy? Like, why do you care? Like, and that nigga, like, that's not your nigga. Like, what are you talking about? And then the dumbass, stupid, awesome, this man, she's talking about, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, what are you talking about? Girl, fuck you. Like, what the fuck I'm wrong for? That's not her nigga. That's not your nigga. That's not her nigga. That nigga, this nigga. No, that's not none of y'all niggas. I can do whatever I want. Y'all mad because I ain't putting that shit. Because you know, if y'all bitches doing that in school, they did the same thing. So, yeah, that's how I got a little true in the Job Corps. Yeah, stay tuned to more videos, period. I love it.
So I've been around this stuff 28 times at this point, and something that has really stuck with me on this journey is that I deserve environments that bring out the softness in me and not the survival. I'll never forget, there was a time X was having one of our typical arguments, because that's what I had to do with him. And one thing he told me was that you are so masculine. And I thought to myself, you know what, possibly. But in that moment, what I was able to do was reflect on who I was before I got into that relationship. Before I got into that relationship, I was living still and moving slow and just so soft. And I was content and happy with who I was and what my situation was at the time. And of course, there are videos that are floating around where women want to learn how to be soft. It's not a thing of learning how to be, because darling, you already are soft. What has happened is you've been placed in a relationship or an environment or situation to where you have had to pull more from your darker emotions, that of which is worry, stress, anger, anxiety. So it's causing you to be more masculine, because those are more masculine feelings. Being feminine simply just means you rest in stillness, and those emotions are more light and air. You don't stress, you don't have anxiety, you are simply just living peacefully. To give you another example, because it's not always relationships. When my daughter's father passed away, I went into survival mode. So I became more masculine, because now I'm having to work more and I'm by myself. So I don't have time to sit and have a conversation with anyone. And I became more driven to get things done, as opposed to being able to just sit and be my softest self. So there are going to be a lot of different things that can cause you to pull more from your masculine energy, but when it comes down to a man, trust and believe. It is not you, darling. It is that man. Because I know for a fact, I am able to be soft with a true leader. You deserve to be able to live and lead and love and light. And if you are not able to do that in the relationship that you are in, I suggest that you leave that relationship and you patiently wait for your husband to reveal himself. Because as long as you have that person in your life that is blocking the rainbow, it's scrolling. Because in 4 months, you could be an AI automation manager making $79K. Triple 10 is built for people just like me. No tech background, no degree, just the determination to change my career. I studied evenings and weekends while working at my old job. It was a lot of work, but possible. The program is all online, and you learn by doing real projects. I learned to build automations, integrate AI tools, and create systems that businesses and companies use to save hours every day. Now I work as an AI automation manager at a major music streaming company. My job, designing workflows with AI to make sure that teams are working smarter and faster. So yeah, 4 months changed my life. Are you ready for the challenge? Join Triple 10 today.
You like them? They're half off.
concert tickets just dropped. You in or what?
Hey, you in for the Bachelorette in Vegas?
Counting the days till payday? Go to moneyline.com/cash and access up to $500 of your pay early with instant cash. No interest, no credit check, no monthly fees, and never run out of.
Yeah, the thing is, most men aren't waiting around to do you ladies. I mean, you yourself, you're a single mom, and as you said, you're hard. And of course, well, I'm not here for you. I'm here for the men that are watching right now that are looking to avoid ladies like you. And it's cold right now. It's freezing. I'm Iceman. Yes. What does the Iceman do? The Iceman teaches guys how to stay away, not just from you ladies, but from the West altogether. So when that happens, What is it going to get? Freezing cold temperatures. It's already starting to happen. You ladies laughed at the passport, but you guys didn't know there was a bigger monster. Yeah, like the Candyman. Why the Candyman comes and then he pops up 3 times. That's me, the Iceman. So, gone for years, plotting and waiting. Now, like how you see it at the end of the video, like I'm about to show you guys right now, I'm walking like, you know, Jason's walking, but he's still moving fast, so he doesn't have to run. That's how I'm walking in that video. The time is coming.
The Iceman is coming!
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base 44.
I can totally understand this kind of fantasy of having this all-female club. The reality is that a lot of women are not going to go often enough to make that club worth it. Men tend to like the nightlife. They are essentially who fund these clubs.
If you really enjoyed alcohol consumption, then you would patronize this facility with your own money, not waiting for a man to buy for you.
All women's club had to shut down on the first night because they wasn't making no money. Not because of poor turnout, but because almost no alcohol was.
Validation and attention from men, not your husband or your boyfriend.
Stop buying random women drinks in the club. That will make a woman in the club lose respect for you quicker than being the guy that she uses for drinks.
All-female clubs shut down because they barely make any money. And I know that might sound unpopular, but that literally is what tends to happen when people try to start these clubs. I've seen so much on social media recently about how women want an all-female club, but I do think a lot of places have tried to start those in the past and they all end up going out of business. Even as a bi woman, there have been lesbian clubs that have tried to start all across the country in the US, outside of very big places like New York or LA, and almost every time the club ends up going out of business. Not enough people come, they don't make enough money. And so while I can totally understand this kind of fantasy of having this all-female club, the reality is that a lot of women are not going to go often enough to make that club really keep the club running. Now, I've seen themed events like Saga night, ladies night, where a bar or club might do an event that is all for women, and sometimes those have a good turnout rate, but that's generally more of a novelty thing. Like if you started a club specifically for that, like I said, it would just go out of business. I do think, just from what I've seen, tend to like the nightlife scene a little bit more. They tend to go more frequently. They tend to drink more. They tend to spend more money drinking, and so they are essentially who fund these clubs. And I'm not trying to say that there's not plenty of other things that women spend money on or would be willing to spend money on, because that's definitely not true. Women will spend money on a ton of other things. I've just personally seen that buying enough drinks at a club to keep the club running and functioning is not something that tends to happen. That's all I had to say. That was just my mini rant on the all-female club scene. It is a nice pipe dream, but I just don't think that the reality actually matches what would happen. Financially, it just doesn't make sense. So let me know what you guys think.
Was in response to the video I made on boycott the clubs. So Mr. Isa Mugi says a club in the UK was opened by feminists. It was exclusive for women. It was supposed to be a safe space for women. Unfortunately, it closed within the first month. Turns out women don't spend their money on alcohol, and he continues. Now, many women are going to like this video. So if you feel that you will be triggered when I hold you to account, please right now. This is something, leave alone the men. Okay? Let's remove the men from the equation. This is something that I've had women themselves, many women, multiple women. I could in fact go confidently say majority of the women who partake in enjoyment, I can confidently say that they do not believe in. I have heard it from their mouths. Mimi sisi nilipombe, mimi sisi nilipombe. Mbona msichana kama msichana nilipombe? And you cannot convince me that don't subconsciously know that alcohol impairs them, makes them more pliable, makes them more susceptible to stupid things. And you allow it. Because otherwise, if you really enjoyed alcohol consumption, you really enjoyed it, then you would patronize these facilities with your own money, not waiting for a man to buy for you. And many women will tell you, when they go out for themselves, by themselves, they'll either buy a glass of wine, not a bottle, a glass of wine or a cocktail, a shot at most. But when you're with a man, then you're ordering for the big bottle and you want to down it by yourself.
Real talk alert.
You're ordering for all the hard liquor. Why is that? If you really enjoy alcohol consumption, why then will you never buy this alcohol for yourself? But when a man offers to buy it for you, you know and you expect that this alcohol is going to make you impaired and is going to make you vulnerable to this person. And that is exactly what you've engineered, because being sober, you are actually lowering for this man, dumbing yourself down for this man, for this man. And then you will come around and say, oh, this man did this and did that and did the other. And while this man,
she's going off. She's right somewhat, but ladies do this because they want this. This is not something that men are doing. They say, oh, we need to get away from the men. They want this. Let me let her continue.
To be held to account. Today, I want to hold you to account. And I want to ask you, if you really enjoy alcohol consumption, why won't you buy that alcohol for yourself and have it? The only way you will only allow yourself to take this alcohol if it is good, if you know that this man wants to pay your faculties and you subconsciously accepted that trait right there, and you've accepted that once he is worthy of my, and of course that's a strange man. He will do whatever it is he wants to do with your vulnerability. And sometimes you will even help him get there without your knowledge, because again, your faculties are what? Impaired. Let's talk about it.
How do you actually form an LLC? The process is more straightforward than most people expect, and it only takes 5 key steps. The good news, Zen Business can help you each one. Step 1. You need to pick a name that isn't already taken in a state that follows your state's rules. Step 2 is appointing a registered agent. This is the person or service responsible for receiving legal documents and official notices on behalf of your business. Step 3 is filing your certificate of formation. This is the legal document that officially forms your LLC with the state. Once it's filled and approved, your business becomes a legally recognized entity. Zen Business handles this step for you. Step 4 is creating an operating agreement. Step 5 is applying for an EIN, an employer identification number. And that's it. Those are the 5 essential steps to forming your LLC. It may sound like a lot, but when you use Zen Business, a platform trusted by over 800,000 businesses, the entire process becomes fast, clear, and manageable.
Sending money abroad? Wise is the smarter way. You can save up to 70% sending with Wise compared to major banks, and most transfers arrive in 20 seconds or less. So, now you know. Be smart, get Wise.
The quarterback didn't see anybody open down the field, so he took it himself and picked up some decent yardage.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Ty X Worldwide. Now, guys, the All Women's Club had to shut down on the first night because they wasn't making no money. Now, let's read this article. An all-women nightclub reportedly shut down on its very first night. not because of poor turnout, but because almost no alcohol was purchased. The incident highlighted how much nightlife depends on liquor sales, particularly the profit from bottle sales. By reversing the usual setup where men often buy drinks for women, the club removed its main source of revenue, ultimately making the business model unworkable. Now, guys, what in the world were they thinking when they said they're going to be all women's club and think they were going to get some money? That's what I want to know. Because we all know chicks do not go to the club to spend no money. They is not going to the club to spend no money on anything. They go to get things. Out the hallway, the first night, opening night, they had to shut it down because food sales was made on bottle sales. Because us men, we go to the club, we spend money on bottles, spend money on drinks, and when it comes tag along, so we make the club lit. That just proves that we are the life of the party. So when chicks go there and talk about, oh, we don't need you guys, and we can do all, shut up. Y'all need us. The club ain't nothing without us. We make everything lit. And I'm going to bet you that always club on the first night, it was boring. Everybody was doing it, they was sitting down, looking around. Just boring. So us guys, we can have fun by ourselves. We can have fun, we can dance on the dance floor. We can have each other like, oh, yeah, we having fun. It don't take us that much to have fun. We good with just a couple of drinks and enjoying ourselves. It's funny because these be the same women that will be dancing, but if a man get behind them and try to dance with them, like, oh, nah, I don't want to dance with you. I'm not here to dance on no man. I'm just dancing on my homegirl. Okay, so here's the club. Baby, you say you go to the club for yourself. These should be saying, oh, we go to the club for ourselves. We do everything for ourselves. Okay, so at the all women's club, where was that energy? Where was that energy about you got your own money? You got your own bag. Right here to spend at the all girls club. What happened? Once again, this proved that they need men. This proved that these women go to the club for us. Now, don't let them tell you anything different. These women go to the club for you. You need your validation at the clubs. Matter of fact, I got a video for you right here. They actually do need us, but I'm not going to do much talk in this video. Me and God like to call up Q. The guy just who just bought a drink. Me retreating to my friends who want a free drink. Right? That's what happens. This is also what happens. Coaching myself not to be too gay on Halloween so I can still secure free drinks from men, for me and my girls. My rules for myself going out are to be fully sober unless someone offers to buy me a drink. The problem is after that out these drinks. This is what happens. This is the issue. They need men to thrive. And not all ladies. Some ladies get the bag. I can mention ladies. A lot of people get in the bag. But what happens is you ladies get the bag, you're also mixing with these ladies, but then you're all at the club, wasting your youth. Then you want to give it to a man when you're all ran up. And men are saying, I don't think so. This is what's happening. It's happening left to right, back, front, side to side. It's like the ladies doing electric slide, right? Front, back, side to side. They're doing electric slide and want men to dance. When it's too late and men are done.
Girls' night. Girls' night is not girls' night. Please stop lying. Dressing up in skimpy outfits, saying I'm doing it for my girls, I worked hard all week, I deserve this. No, you're not. You're actually chasing outside validation and attention from men who are not your husband or your boyfriend. Let's be real. That is not empowerment. That is pure disrespect. This has nothing to do with insecurity at all. This is about respect. Respect for your man, respect for your relationship, respect for yourself. If you're fully committed, why put yourself in an environment built on alcohol, hooking up, and sexual attention? You do not go fishing where you do not intend to catch. A real girls' night, in my opinion, That is pajamas, movies, laughs, deep talks, maybe some wine. Not parading during doors, clubs, or single people or on the prowl. Call it for what it is, temptation and destruction. If you think that's innocent fun, then you do not have the first clue about loyalty. Respect is a choice, and choosing to avoid those places is how you prove where your loyalty really stands.
See, they don't want you to admit they actually need us, right? Because you see they're getting free drinks, but this is what's happening. This is the thing, so.
At the foundation of every partnership is trust. You need a team that has your back, values your interests, and shares your vision for success. And Stevens knows their clients count on them to manage their interests with the same precision and foresight. Williams and Stevens began as family firms, deepened with a handshake, a simple respect and trust that allows the very best organizations to flourish. From small beginnings, Stevens is now a global force, and to this day remains committed to guiding you through the financial landscape with integrity and expertise. Hide the stakes and move into what you can trust. Because trust isn't given. It's
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with super reliable internet speeds, you're always front row to the entertainment you love. Switch to Spectrum Internet today.
I need you right now. I need you right now.
Seriously, that's what they're saying. I need you right now, right? And they need us. Nightclubs, they shut down without us because they need them in there. And you know who's starting the clubs? Feminists. And you know that's going against the natural order of things. Now, clubs aren't the natural order of things. But trying to separate men is separating from the natural order. And you like to talk about the patriarchy so much, but when they go against the patriarchy, you know what they're going against, right?
You never like to have
the man upstairs. Let's continue.
From the standpoint of a club DJ, fellas, stop buying brand new women drinks in the club. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that will make a woman in the club lose respect for you quicker than being the guy that she uses for drinks. General rule of thumb, if you have to do or be anyone other than yourself to get a woman's attention, she doesn't like you. There's two things that make women feel the most entitled in a club setting. Number one is if you're a DJ, if you're the DJ and you play her songs when she requests, like immediately after she requests them, she feels like she's the queen of the club. And the other thing is guys she doesn't like buying her drinks. Fellas, I don't know if you know this, but they clown you for doing it. They make fun of you. And there's this whole like manipulation ritual that they do. And I've seen it 1,000 times. You'll see a woman, she'll go up to a guy chilling by herself, she'll dance with him, shake her ass a little bit, she'll escort him over to the bar, and then she'll leave with a drink or 2 drinks for her friends, and then she'll literally avoid that guy for the rest of the night until she wants another drink. If there is a such thing as a male loneliness epidemic, it starts in the club with guys that buy random little drinks. And so many of those women are so proud that they can go to the club with no money and leave drunk or tipsy. And what's crazy is women in the club will communicate with other women in the club to say, if you want a guy to buy you a drink, that's the guy to pick on. And generally the guy is just a regular nice guy. Like he's not a creep, he's not a weirdo, he's just, wanting to keep the vibe going. And here's the 2 phrases that women use when you get them to buy them a drink, when you're talking to them and they just don't want to talk to you. Ready? She'll say, oh, I gotta go find my friend.
it's like, ain't nothing wrong with making sure your friends are protected and good. But when she tells you that she's not coming, and the other one, she'll say, I gotta go, I'll be right back. She's not coming back. And you'll see when they say, I'll be right back, you'll see that guy sit at that spot at the club for like 20 or 30 minutes until he sees her dancing in the corner with her friend and he realizes he just got played and his feelings are hurt. So fellas, I can't stress this to you enough. If you are the guy who buys random women drinks in the club, please stop doing that. They do not like or respect you. They actually just use you for what the drinks is about. That is all.
Ball on the 49-yard line. Last week, and I walked into this like group of guys smoking bubbly, whatever, and they just stood there like, what was I gonna hide? I don't think they know what they're missing. They're sick of paying for your drinks. That's really it. How many times have they gone out on the weekend and they paid for a woman's drinks, and then come to find out there's really no intention from the woman that's good other than she just wanted her drinks paid for. And there's all this content out there where women are revealing their true intentions, that they really just want free drinks, they want free food, they're not really that interested in you guys. Well, men have heard the message and they're tired. They're tired of putting money and effort towards somebody that's not willing or wanting to even put anything back into that. So men have smartened up. They're not falling for it anymore. If anything, they just want to buy their own drinks. Maybe their guy friend they'll buy a drink for, and then they're going to spend money for a woman to enter into his life that is worth it. He would much rather save up and spend on her, the woman that is willing to put forth effort, rather than just some girl at the bar looking for a free drink. Searching for the perfect rental? Find it on deck. Set filters to compare properties. Zero in number options. Book a tour on the spot. It's the fastest way to find a place you love, period. Download the Rent app today.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because no one likes me. I mean, if someone did, I have a better chance.
Why do you think no one likes you?
Because I'm drinking every weekend, I'm with the girls. As you can see, I mean, one of them's got a boyfriend because he's over there with her. Bless him.
Would you want a relationship?
Absolutely.
If you know the issue right now, you're clearing for a relationship.
Because I'm not letting anyone break my heart for the second time. I'm not letting anyone break my heart again. I don't get drunk. Alcohol, spicy, direct, that's what I drink.
Talk to me about your last breakup. How that happened?
Because they didn't appreciate me as much as I appreciate them.
When you did everything.
Yeah.
And what are the qualities do you think you have now that will make you a good wife?
I mean, I can't cook, so that shit. I mean, literally, I'll do anything for anyone. It's embarrassing. I'm at the point where, like, literally, I would do anything for anyone, and they take advantage of it.
What is it that they're actually doing in a relationship that makes you feel unappreciated?
Being a girl is great. Why the heck was I just shopping and this man walked up to me and was like, oh, you're so cute. Like, I just want to buy you something. And so I was like, what's the limit? And he was like, I just want to get you a gift. And I was like, what's the budget?
Degenerate mother.
And he didn't answer me. He just ignored me. And he was like, I'll just get you the stuff that's in your, like, that you're holding or whatever. And so he gives me, like, luckily for him, I was just holding like $100 worth of stuff. And so he gives me the money or whatever and just leaves with like his relative or whatever. And it was just like $100. I'm like, shoot, that's money, right? Because what if we just started picking up a whole bunch of other things? But I did get this hat on. I need to have for somewhere I'm going, and I think it's cute.
See, guys, then this is how it starts. They're getting free gifts. They're getting free. And what a lot of ladies do is they waste their time in a club when they should be securing a husband, at least securing a boyfriend that you can be with long term, right? But they're not doing that. Then you know what happens? That song from Chainsmokers comes again. You know, first it's I need you right now, right? Then this part plays.
And single with no kids. This lighting, this where I am is making me look so dark. I'm not actually this dark. But I feel really good in the sense of like,
Hello? Hey. Then get prepared to go to Auburn tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta go to that rheumatologist up there for my ankle no spot. No. Between us talking. She just wrote. No, she ain't on that. Let me in her room. Huh? I said between us talking. I just told her straight I'm going to my phone tomorrow. They see. Hey, shit. Because next month. That what we're gonna do. Because Drowsy told me the same thing too. Shit. She told her Lisa's daughter last night, you don't help her, you didn't give her no rent money, you don't help her pay the damn rent. Because I wrote her what time I got beer, so I got beer up before 1:40. Because I'm gonna take it off my number and try to text you. God, when she goes to the gas pump at Murphy, I put the gas, pay for the gas. Yeah, she told Lisa's daughter that Lisa. Yeah. No, Lisa gonna go to check now. Yeah. She said she just started last Sunday, or last week. Yeah. Yeah, I told John about it, told Diane and her daughter about it too. Yeah, I told them make sure you drop on me and my friend dating conversation too. So we, Diane said, do what I gotta do, cut time and turn this one from me and see the next thing. John said the same thing too, because I told him I got divorced too. Then all right. Yeah, I told him about the divorce too, and I told him that let me try to use me and my friend conversation. Drowsy and Diane have securely cut ties with him. They weren't gonna do it to Texas. She told Chris to open damn lines and shit. And Drowsy said Aunt Bill still hearing about it too. Yeah. Drowsy said Aunt Bill heard about it too. Yeah. I'm gonna take me a bath tonight. I'm gonna go to bed early because I gotta be up. I'm gonna try to get up by 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, yeah, about 8 9. Yeah. I'm gonna take my meals. Take my meals about 7. I'm gonna take me a bath too when I come out before I take my meals. Bring my phone out, charge with me too. I'm gonna give you someone up there that Dollar Tree too. See, the ride's gonna pick me up next Wednesday because I know I get my money next Wednesday.
I know they're gonna be closed on Christmas and New Year, so yeah. Diane told me to tell you hey the other night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she call me anytime you want to.
I sure will.
You got to with your old brother.
Not yet. Dry ain't giving me the number, but he,
Who got the number, baby?
yeah.
You ain't got the number?
No, he ain't gave it to me yet.
You can't go and get to it. You can take it to the daddy.
I'm gonna wear that turtleneck vest while I'm up there with my other shirt.
He told Lisa down last night. She got read you a little bit of something for Christmas. I don't want to give me a damn thing.
Yeah, I already doing my Christmas shop. I'm gonna pay for that next week. Yeah.
You got something for the vet?
Damn. Oh boy, everything done went up. Everything done went up on eBay.
Can you get him a jacket?
All right.
Pajama said, yeah, same color like he green and black.
Okay.
It's a rose.
All right. I told Dry and Diane, I said, when I get on my other part, my land part for the rent, next Wednesday, don't she ask nothing else for me. I'm gonna focus on my splurge and shit. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna let my therapist know I go to the health next month. Show will. And the detective. I'm gonna turn that splurge in that courthouse next month. Before I go to UAB.
They got money Christmas.
No.
I took that thing with me out there. What's for dinner?
Yeah. Yeah, I told Pop, it's his fault letting me damn band. It's his damn fault.
You gotta take your house up for the rent till you find that stuff.
Yeah.
Gary Pastor, they gonna get ready to move the new Ben Russell. Man, they said that they got security guards inside the school. They can't do that, man.
What, gonna be black any color in that school now, or they done did the damn code, the damn what you call it, prejudice?
That damn room, they ain't got no damn locker.
That's a damn shame.
The security guards come on, the police security guards gonna take their bad news down. So they got weapons and got gun knives.
Hey.
Now, Randy and STEM school moved in there next. Jim Pepper moved in STEM school.
Yeah, they could have thought about that long. They could have thought about that long time ago. They could have thought about that long time ago. Well, we played Friday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it while I'm watching wrestling. We played 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock their time, 7 o'clock our time.
Well, it's gonna play Friday.
Yeah.
What that corner?
All our players that been injured, they can make their return. Krispy Kreme, Krispy Kreme and the other one. The community, they getting on the other team not participating in the damn bowl. So after the bowl over and stuff, it could be some changes going on. For those who not participating in the bowl, ooh boy, they better get. Let me see. They probably gonna get fined or suspended or somewhere is what the committee just said on ESPN. Huh? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Let me say go. No, ain't no seafood. Yeah. Give me some more testosterone gummy, vitamin 2. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more damn too. Right. All right. Yeah. Take a piss. Let me say go to sleep. All right. You know what? All right.
Let me know. Let me know when I'm at that grade.
Okay.
Yes.
Bear with it.
Come on, guys. Hey, a man saved her life. She had no choice but to feel for a man. And he saved her life. We up 10,000 points for this.
That's what we do, right? Yeah.
Men are up 15,000 points for this. Seriously. This is a win. Men are up.
So I saw this little video from Shawty. Of course, she said, it's NFL draft season, so you know the topic of black men dating white women is just running rampant right now. And she said the things she's afraid to admit as a single black woman. That I'm sad, but starting to accept that I may be single for majority of my adult life. I did everything I was told. Career, my own place, my own car, money, etc. As I travel, move throughout New York City, I go through life, I see more and more black men dating other races. And I'm beginning to think black women are no longer desirable or taken serious, which includes me. I'm also in my mid-30s, where my ability to start a family will soon be hard or nearly impossible. Hey, man. Hey, I really should have to say more because he said he already explained why. She already did. But notice how she said, I did everything I was told. Career, house, car, money. Nowhere did she say a woman or a man, a father or mother taught her how to be in a relationship, how to find a man, how to keep a man, how to find a good man, how to keep a good man, how to build relationships with men. Nowhere do y'all ever include it. And now you're in your mid-30s and y'all start panicking. But see, instead of blaming you, because she's very pretty, she's not ugly at all. So that lets me know there's something wrong with her. That may not even be like a personality thing. It might be her mentality. But either way, instead of looking internally, she'd rather blame it on white women or black men dating other races of women. That's crazy. That's nasty working. Y'all got to stop doing it. Y'all are no better than the black men who get on here and boo-hoo and cry and complain about black women and how they can't find no good black women and they need to get their passport or they need to go to the snowfields. No, it's you. All these black women, you can't find one. Now I'm gonna tell you another problem. It might be the city in. Sometimes you might just have to move. You might, the same way you would move for a career, could be the same way you might have to, if that's what you say you want. If that's what you say you want, which is a family, which is a man, like that's like saying I'm gonna find love in Los Angeles. I'm gonna find love in Miami. Now, like, come on, bro. It's just certain places where that's just not gonna be the case. And once you hit your mid-30s, bro, most good men are picked scooped up by the women. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all chose their route and then want to look back and blame white women. No. See, because when they was in college, they was checking for prospects. They was tied down those men that you're trying to look for. At mid-30, 40 years old, you dealing with the leftovers. You picking with the scraps. You're dealing with the ones that nobody wanted. So now you must deal with the consequences of your choices. And that goes for men and women. We often get told, especially in the black community, you got forever. You can do it. If you so young, don't worry about none of that. Go get it. And then you wake up and you're not really as young as you thought you were. You're 32, 33, 34, 35 years old. You like, damn, what? Them bones get the aching. Them joints get the creaking. The stomach get a little bit hanging. That weight don't come off like it used to. You got indigestion. You know what I'm saying? You get constipated, all that. It comes with getting older. And that applies to your dating life. You are dealing with the leftovers in your mid-30s. If you did not find and secure your prospects early. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I said, if it ain't her mentality and it ain't her quote-unquote standards, you might have to come off of some of them. I'm just saying, if y'all apply y'all's logic and mentality that y'all apply at work and to the jobs, to your dating life, y'all would probably have better success. Because I'm positive. If I sat down and shot it about her mentality, her past, like what her requirements are in men and her past relationships and dealing with men, I promise you I could probably, within 5 minutes, I can get to the bottom of why she's still in her mid-30s as a pretty black woman, still sitting here talking about shit like this, blaming white women as why she can't find a good black man. I promise you I could. I would do a live with you.
I'm pissed off right now. Yo, CEO, Joey. I heard the competition finally matched our 2,000x multipliers on better. Unacceptable. I want 10,000x right now for our users. I said no! No! Give all of our new users a free $10 while you're at it too. Step it up. 10,000 times your money on better picks all NFL season long. Download it now.
Download the Better app today and get a free $10. Plus, earn up to a $200 bonus on your first deposit.
And he adds the extra point.
Beautiful, right? Yeah, her. Because she makes John. So she gets paid when she says cash back on everyday purchases. Ooh. Thanks smarter this season. Do John.
And I was like, this is a perfect time to do a little first date icks because I have a lot.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
You're lucky enough to even land a date with me and you show up empty-handed. Not a flower, not a chocolate, not a teddy, not a nothing. You're never going to see me again. Before we even get to dinner table, we've had a conversation. You know my love language is gifts. So you showing up empty-handed, just you?
Nothing to wow me?
Shut the. I hate this. That whole, it really does. And a lot of the time, this be like so stupid. Like, oh, if a man cooks too good, it gives me the shut. And this is why some of the women just incel. They just, and they not even bother with girls. Some guys are just not even bothering with girls at all because they're just stupid. And y'all will really be sitting here like eating. And there's no way you can, as a man, ever lead a relationship if a man just getting good with this, getting good with that, then he automatically disqualified. It's crazy because, yeah, that's a beautiful girl. But believe it or not, there are girls that are just as beautiful that are a little more down to earth. Like that. It's crazy. I don't even understand. I couldn't even deal with somebody like that. First of all, I would never come up somebody telling me what's crazy is when and these girls realize they get annoying. You sound annoying. Like no human being possible is gonna like you when every little thing pisses you off. Even the mother who likes to pander to women, right? Will say, damn, like she's doing too much. I can't even be that much of a simp. Like you're doing too much. A motherfucker can be himself. But this is why a lot of women be alone. And if you look at these studies, these numbers are increasing because inflated egos. Y'all been lied to by society, right? With all this feminine, and then like a lot of these women be narcissists, right? And then they think they're more special than what you are. Just leave the country. It's a whole bunch of those walking around. In some countries, there's no fat women.
Sending money abroad? Save time and money with Wise. Get alerted when the exchange rate is cheaper. Plus, most transfers arrive in 20 seconds. Your money will thank you. These
women barely even date out, and black men are already mad about the little that black women date out. Oh, all this hate for black men. Like y'all didn't literally create this climate.
I don't want y'all. Y'all are dry.
Creative a personality. You're not likable. And a lot of men are like, well, I don't understand why we have to be likable because women don't need you to survive. A lot of y'all don't have soft skills.
A lot of men want to get into relationships with they don't like. This is why a lot of people are in relationships right now that are not working because a lot of men are with right now that they don't.
A question like, oh, why not just leave them? Baby, they are benefiting from the connection, from the relationship.
Girl, because word around the curve is the motherfuckers they don't want they. That's why. Which is why a lot of men want to get into relationships when they don't like. Which is why a lot of people are in relationships right now that are not working because a lot of men are working right now that they don't like. In all honesty, a lot of women are in relationships with men. And then they have to sit up here and be like, why is he treating us like this? And why is he doing this? Blah, blah, blah. You know, like it's just that simple. And it's sad to say, and no shame. I've been in this situation my damn self. That's what I'm speaking on. Which is why a lot of the times they be telling women not to build with men. Because a lot of times y'all be building with men that would never to a million years. And once you build with them, build them up into the image you want them to be, or build them up to a successful level, they wind up leaving that woman and they wind up going to get the woman that they actually. Unfortunately, which is why y'all can't even play a Barbara the Builder 2.0. Because as soon as they ask, in any kind of way, they're going to leave you and go for that female they actually want to be with. No shade. Y'all be sitting up here seeing these men situations. Y'all be feeling as though because you have more than they have that you can help them out of their situation. No, that is not your job or responsibility to help that man be a man. Because once you sit up there and you throw his life around, guess what? He gonna climb on and cling on to your. It's just to get safety, it's to breathe, it's to get above water. And guess what? As soon as I make it, he's going to make sure you're. Don't be out here saving these. Yo, no shame.
Yeah, and the men, right? This is the issue. The men that she would take, the men that actually are the ones she's looking for, gave up, right? And if they did want someone, it wouldn't be her. Seriously. Like, why? You hear how she's talking? She sounds just like the ladies who men are not dating, who men are avoiding. You're talking about the things in the radio. The truth, oh, most definitely. You're one of the reasons why men are choosing to stay single. Good point. But she doesn't know. She thinks the guys that she's helping, that she's being bothered and voted for, are her choice. Those guys don't want you. That's where they take advantage.
Listen to what I'm saying as me trying to really assist y'all. A lot of y'all don't have soft skills, and it's not honestly not your fault because society has not valued men having soft skills because of how patriarchy functions. And so y'all weren't able to like communicate with people and foster community in the same way that women are because women and men are socialized different. It's not a natural thing. It's because y'all were quite literally not given the skill set and the tool set to be able to have lasting relationships. It's something that you have to learn and you have to adapt to because a lot of y'all parents failed y'all. Second, a lot of men have the good guy complex. This means that they'll do the things that people deem as being good or being a good man, and it's all performative. It's not because they actually embody these things and it's who they are. It's because they want to make sure they're checking off boxes. So they'll pay for the dates, they'll open the door, they'll be nice, they'll seem as if they are a good person when in actuality, they're looking at this as a complete transaction. What are you talking about? And women are able to read through that. Because when it gets to the point of having a deeper conversation or when it gets to the point of asking them how they see the world, they always have to have this very curated answer or they want to go like super deep unnecessarily because they're overcompensating for the fact that they don't actually, like they're not actually that person.
So we'll call a search party because these TikToks are lost in the loop, man.
And a lot of these men compare themselves to horrible men. So they think that they're doing this amazing job of being this amazing man, when in actuality, they're just being a decent person. Because they're comparing themselves to horrible men, they can't understand why women are not like flocking after them, and they think that women only want the bad guy and that the good guy finishes last. It's like, no, in actuality, you're not as good as you think you are. You are just very good at pretending to be this thing because you want a certain outcome. And there's not.
Here she's talking. She's gonna play great equalizing notes. I'm gonna let her continue, and I'm gonna play the equalizer.
Same thing as genuinely liking somebody and doing nice things for them because you like them and you enjoy spending time with them and enjoy being in their presence. And third, because of how patriarchy functions, a lot of men don't actually listen to women when we speak. Y'all assume that we don't know what we're talking about. So a lot of y'all curate your personality, curate your style, curate your body to what other men say that women want rather than understanding what women actually want. But even this idea of the 6 foot, the 6 figure, and the 6 pack, that comes from men. And I'm not saying that some women don't hire that 666. I'm saying that most women, it doesn't really matter to them, and y'all don't listen. This is the reason why y'all can't understand when women are attracted to men that don't fall into that category. Y'all think we're lying when we say, oh, no, this person is attracted to what other men have said. And last, based off of my previous video, y'all have been made to believe that women don't care about aesthetics, that women don't care about looks. And so a lot of y'all do not pour into your looks and what you do have in order to make yourself look better. And then you wonder why you're not getting anybody. You don't really have that great of a personality. You're not likable. And a lot of men are like, well, I don't understand why we have to be likable because women don't need you to survive. And a lot of y'all aren't ready to really like take that idea and understand it. Men can be less when women are dependent upon them. When you actually have to compete in the dating world.
Short yardage situation here.
And they don't see it. That's why so many diseases are there. Yeah. Because ladies are all getting the same man. The man that talks to you 9 times out of 10 is bending over. Why don't you open your eyes and see? We are in the last days, ladies. Wake up.
Like women have always had to do, then you do have to do things to be likable. And a lot of y'all are not likable because a lot of y'all were raised by men who did not have to be likable. And so y'all don't see the value of being likable to women. And again, I'm saying all of this because I really see like some people are actually really struggling and really want connection, really want to be with somebody. And so some of y'all are going to take this and be like, you know what? She's right. Like I'm going to actually listen to a woman and like do these, I'm a better person. And some of y'all are going to be like, oh, this is tripping.
No, she's lying. And for those of you, I hope you heal. And for those of you who are actually willing to do the work to understand what I'm saying, I really wish you well on your dating journey. Genuinely mean this.
You know, men know this. Men know they shouldn't think about a lady like you, right? That's one thing men do. But I will say this. Of course, the man needs to work on himself. Of course, the man needs to work on himself. But hearing it from you, if a man does that, he's so fucked. He's lost.
EA Sports
He
congratulates
takes
the
advice
young
from
man
you.
for his fine performance and
He's turning around. One of them I keeps going on dates and not getting stood up and getting used. Why? Because I'm going to play the great equalizer. You know, she talked about 6 figures, all that guy. But most ladies, openly, he doesn't say anything. They even approach men like this. You guys know what it is. And I don't hate them. Nothing but love for them.
Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with super reliable internet speeds, you're always front row to the entertainment you love. Switch to Spectrum Internet today.
Anyway.
You send the light. No, I send the light for firework.
Oh.
On site.
Oh, you speak good English. I'm from New York.
New York?
But I live in Miami.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did a show here. A show in hosting, huh? I sing in the shower. Yeah, I'm a shower singer.
I live in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. Okay. What you do here?
I'm here. She is visiting. She come. I'm from Colombia.
Oh, you're from Colombia.
I went today for this, but I first time I got the what is that disco?
Okay, that makes sense.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand a little bit. You should go to Miami.
I like it Miami.
Yeah.
Only for holidays. That's it.
Yeah, maybe I should come to Miami one time. I invite you. Okay, you have a number? Yeah, okay.
Thank you. I like it, you too.
Okay.
Easy. Didn't you all have to say hi in your phone? Of course. That, of course, you told the conversation. But what she was saying, wait.
Do not get into relationship with women that they.
We all know what she's talking about by now, right? We know they ever settle with the woman that they love. They settle with the woman that is most beneficial to them. Men will assess their lives, their goals, the lifestyle that they want. And then from that, they will make a decision on which woman will benefit them the most. Which woman will give them that lifestyle? I had an ex tell me, and at this point I was young and I was so confused because this man married somebody else. So I said, make it make sense to me. And he said, hey, it's very simple. You left me. When I started acting a fool in our relationship, you left me. I chose her because she's the woman who never left. So I know that she will not leave me. I can be out in the streets and still go home to a wife who won't question me, who won't stress me, because guess what? She won't leave me. So she allows me to do whatever I want. I said, oh. He said, yeah. With her, I can do whatever I want. She even knows that she's a woman I love. Huh? Excuse me.
Men are choosing to be single. You guys see what's happening? All the people talking about lonely men. They don't see it. That's the title. Men choosing singleness on purpose. Women didn't see it coming because they're all talking about the wrong men.
Let me let her finish. Watch this, guys. You guys can see it.
He said, yeah, I'm honest, you know. I don't lie to her. She knows I've been up in the streets, but she wants to be my wife, so I made her my wife. Blew my mind. That did not make sense to me, and then I learned that it doesn't have to make sense to me. It has to make sense to him. He saw the lifestyle that he wanted. He wanted to have a woman at home cook for him, clean for him, you know, be married so he can have that little, oh, I'm husband title, but still being off the streets and be happy. And then he met and found that allowed him that lifestyle. That's your girlfriend. Men are married to women that don't even like. And you might question like, oh, why not just leave them? Baby, they are benefiting from the connection, from the relationship. Why would they leave? They come home to a clean house, you make them, you know, dinner, you folded their laundry. Yeah, no, they're not just gonna leave. Do they like you? No, but you're benefiting them. Your presence in their life is beneficial. So no, they're just not gonna leave you. They need to replace you first. So it's on you to understand that. So like, it's us women that be like, oh no, because I love him. Men can love you and leave you. They will not be with you just because they love you. What are you benefiting them? So when you're in a relationship, you have to ask yourself, how is this relationship benefiting me? Yes, I love him, but how is it benefiting me? What does his presence in my life do? Is it making it easy for you? Is it making it, you know, are you being a spoiled woman? Or is it the same or worse? Because this is it beautiful, but come on, man. Come on. You have to benefit from the relationships.
Yeah, you see, right? I know you guys see it. I hope someone else watches so they can see. So they can see men are choosing singleness on purpose, right? These ladies can't see it coming because all they see are those men who are doing these things, right? They don't know. There's guys that tried it. I always was very quiet. You might say I was nonchalant. That is why I got close, because I came across nonchalant. I was that quiet, people killer type dude. But always had a mission, always had a purpose, always knew what I was thinking was right, always worked. And you ladies are lost. Like seriously, people that have consultations with me know what kind of guy I am. They get to speaking to me and go, man, this guy is smart. You ladies are lost. That's why women are hating right now. They're choosing singleness on purpose. Why wouldn't they?
To the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court or pay expensive upfront legal fees. Listen, if you've been in a car accident in the past year, even as a passenger, you could be owed a significant cash payout. While most victims are struggling with insurance companies and lawyers, others are receiving 6- and 7-figure payouts without ever stepping foot in a courtroom. Here's how to never have to worry about money after a car accident. It's called the 2025 Compensation Program, and we recently launched it across a couple more states to help victims get the maximum amount they're owed without the usual hassles of dealing with insurance directly, going to court, or paying expensive upfront legal fees. And right now, we're looking for 10 more car accident victims who want to try this program for free and get paid maximum accident compensation. No more money problems, no more stress. Take Josh's story. When Josh first came to us, he didn't think his case was worth anything. He was dealing with stress, medical bills, and didn't want to bother with the process. Insurance offered him $4,000, but after using the 2025 compensation program, he walked away with over $100,000 without ever stepping foot in the courtroom. And this was over 5 months after his accident. Here's how it works. Within a few clicks, you can find out what your accident could actually qualify for just by clicking the link around this video.
You answer 4 simple multiple choice questions, and it only takes 30 seconds and is 100% free. If you qualify, an accident specialist will reach out to you. All you have to do is tell about your case, and then sit back and wait until the check comes in. You could receive a life-changing check as fast as 30 days. The best part about it all? You don't pay a cent unless you win. Unfortunately, we cannot change what has happened in the past, but we can help you get a major cash settlement for medical bills, missed work, and property damage to help you get your life back on track. What would an extra $10,000 or even $100,000 do for you right now? Imagine paying off bills, covering rent with ease, or finally having some breathing room, all from money that could be rightfully yours. If the accident wasn't your fault, why should you be the one struggling? Insurance companies hope you never check what you're truly owed. But here's the truth. Most people walk away with way less than they deserve, or worse, nothing at all. Still wondering if this applies to you? If your accident happened within the last year and wasn't your fault, you could qualify for a major payout. But time is running out. These cases don't stay open forever. Too long, you could lose your chance to claim what's yours. Click the link around this video, answer just 4 simple questions, and find out what your case is really worth. It's fast, free, and you won't pay a cent unless you win. But do it now, because if you wait too long, you might be walking away from life-changing money.
So, how do you actually form an LLC? The process is more straightforward than most people expect, and it only takes 5 key steps. And the good news, Zen Business can help with each one. Step 1 is naming your LLC. You'll need to pick a name that is taken in your state and that follows your state's rules. Step 2 is appointing a registered agent. This is the person or service responsible for receiving legal documents and official notices on behalf of your business. Step 3 is filing your certificate of formation. This is the legal document that officially forms your LLC with the state. Once it's filled, your business becomes a legally recognized entity. Zen Business handles this step for you. Step 4 is creating an operating agreement. Step 5 is applying for an EIN, an employer identification number. And that's it. Those are the 5 essential steps to forming your LLC. It may sound like a lot, but when you use Zen Business, a platform trusted by over 800,000 businesses, the entire process becomes fast, clear, and manageable.
Ask me nothing. Don't talk to me. I don't want y'all. Y'all are drama. If you're a hood, go away from me. Y'all naggy, and this is why niggas don't want relationships. Y'all niggas when they working. Y'all aggravate niggas. Y'all use that hook all day. This is why niggas are single. Nobody want to ratchet act like a nigga. We don't want that. We don't need that in life, y'all. Ratchet, keep that. All that hook. You know what type of keep them loud. Girl, you know what? Go. You ratchet. At some point in time, I don't see how niggas get turned on with ratchet ass females that do that. Females that argue all day. Females that sit around and just do dumb shit. Just argue about it don't even make no sense. Don't bother nigga when they working. I will cut that word when trying to take away my job that you about to sidetrack me from arguing over. Now I'm single. I owe you no explanation. Y'all be wasting. I don't care if you unhip. If your ex bother y'all that much, y'all insecure, back to the nigga. I call him up. Come into our life with that. Don't bother us with whatever the nigga did with y'all. Don't bother. We will call your ex. I'll call your ex up. If he complaining to them and they insecure because of what the ex did, bitch, you that nigga up. Take her back. Take them back. We agree. Don't do too much. Good morning, Cleveland. Have a good day. Step right.
Ladies, don't hate me, but I don't think Michael B. Jordan is really for black girlies. And I don't care what you say, even if you dated Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey just has a status, okay? And I think that black men love a woman with status. But I also think that if they were given the choice and their option, they would say something, they're not gonna say a black woman is supremacist. I saw a video of him and Haley Steinfeld, I believe that's her name, but she, like, the way that their chemistry is, I love it, but it also tells me that, like, this is what you like. Like, you like this attention from the white. And I'm just always quick to find a black man who doesn't like black women. I'm a black girly. I prefer black men, but a lot of black men do not really like black women today, because I do feel like it gives them a boost for them and their egos in order to feel like I got a white pussy. But it's not like anything like that, because I think white pussy's not that good. They're just freaky.
Black women barely even date out, and black men are already mad about the little.
I'm here to tell you right now.
We don't care.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
That black women date out. Then they would say, oh, all this hate for black men. Like, y'all didn't literally create this climate. It's the selective incompetence and outrage for me that really just is so annoying. Like, okay, we get it. Y'all don't really read the school very early in life. But, like, you're not that.
You never be single because when you ask yourself the question, is it really worth it, the relationship? Nope. Because when you truly ask yourself, most women out here, especially with modern dating, half of y'all's liabilities, man, y'all have got access to things like, and especially times being hard right now, nobody can afford to have a liability within their life. Especially when you're a man of purpose, a man of goal, and you're driven to do better. You can't have somebody bringing you down, especially for their own. And that's the reason why most men choose to be single, because they can't find another individual that is going to benefit them in their life together. Only the ones that want to take from you, and that's why we choose to stay single.
Hakunaga watu single kama married men. Yani married men are more single than single people out here. Wengine hata ukiwakataa wanajamii sana hadi unashindwa. Mbona unajamii wao? Ama what are you not telling me? Married men, I would want to niambie ni shida huko nini? Because you people out here, you're very many of you. Yet sikumbuki the last time I came across a single guy as just here. Every time you start talking to a man, I'm married. I want you, I'm married. Ni kunyimwa, ni dry spell, ni heshima, ni mapenzi iliisha, shida iko wapi exactly? Married men, hebu tuambieni, mimi fungueni roho, mimi mnieduketi tu, mnafanyanga?
Sorry, she was all over the place. I didn't understand. I didn't know she spoke that much. I don't know what language that is. But yeah, I'm gonna move on. I get the point. Married men, they keep dating out. Some guys, I'm sure, are cheating. Right? I'm not gonna, say, oh, all black men don't cheat. There are a lot of male cheaters who cheat, but if they're not getting them at home and they're going through dry spells, I mean, that's what causes it, right?
This is why you have to date a man who actually values women and isn't just with you because he can tell you what to do. I just saw a clip of a guy from Backchat. I can't believe it's still fun in 2025. He was like shouting his mouth off about black women and like they don't do what they're told and they don't listen when they're spoken to. But then he mentioned his woman. He was like, my Indian woman with her natural hair, blah, 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 blah. Basically saying to the black woman, like, where's your hair? And making that comparison. But what I've just seen on the timeline is a bunch of people now dragging up his woman, talking about her looks already and trying to tear her apart because of him. I obviously don't agree with tearing another woman down, but because he put his woman against other women, he has now opened the floor for people to start attacking her. A man who does not value women is going to be arguing with women like that, get real disrespectful, go to hell, and expose you to dangers and expose you to people criticizing you and picking you apart because he thinks it's okay to do that to other women. A man who is only nice to you but degrades other women will never be a flex, and a man who truly values women will never put you in a position where he's using you as ammunition because he knows that that exposes you to risks. Big leads shouldn't lead to a dead end.
Talk to the right customers at the right time, then lead your business to its best quarter ever.
And that's why we use HubSpot.
and his performance this year doubled that performance. And he went out of this massive secular behind it. So the negative impact is that it's all young men. And I parallel that with, or dovetail that with Pew research, which says that 63% of young men are single. And that's the highest it's ever been. And 50% of those young men have no interest in dating, not even casually. And 30% of those men, 30% of young men, say they have not had sex in over a year. Don't seem to care. So the point being,
getting pleasure out of sports betting and stuff.
Sports betting now, through technology, is as easy as buying something, ordering pizza online, or shopping online. You see, is young men who've grown up with gaming are used to doing everything on their phone and can do all sorts of betting on their phone. They can do, real-time parlays on their phone during a game, and it's been explosive. So if you look at the growth in, so DraftKings says that they doubled revenue every year, expected to double revenue over the next 3 years, but that's just on the existing states. So those populous states don't have legalized online sports betting or sports betting, and that's California and Texas. So if those come online, you've got double, triple the type of revenue adjusted EBITDA. So, but what this means for housing then is you have the lowest household formation growth rate in over 60 years. It could be longer, but that's as long as the data has been comprised. And so you have young men who don't want to date and young women who are spending their time really with Instagram moments, going to the Taylor Swift concert. I don't know if you've been to them. It's all filmed about yourself at the Taylor Swift concert. So they're not getting married in building.
Can we start a petition to bring dates back? Low-key, fun, casual dates? Because chivalry's dead. Social media has killed romance. Men in this generation don't have brains. Guys don't ask girls on dates anymore. Like, why not, if you see someone that you think's cute, hey, you want to go get a drink? You want to grab dinner? You want to go do something fun? Yeah. Why is it, what's your snap? What's your text? I personally think it's not that deep if you go grab a drink. Like, that is not deep. That is not serious. But guys seem to think that's so serious, and they'll only do that if they're already in a situationship or a talking stage or something. And I think it sucks. I think it's kind of sad. No one wants to get to know each other face to face anymore. They want to have all the small talk, surface level conversations over text or Snap. I don't know. Is this a hot take? Am I way off on this one? Am I right? I'm probably right. I'm always right.
Women are just too high drama. And this is the reason why so many men are checking out of relationships today. I felt called to make a second video because the video that I created around why men are checking out from dating got a lot of attention and got a lot of comments from you. I read through all of them and I realized that there was one key point that I missed, and that is that women are too high drama and that men are choosing to go with peace over having a relationship. And it might be surprising to a lot of women, but most men actually want a relationship. They want to find a partner. There's so many men on dating apps that are looking for a partner, just chosen to opt out of dating and relationships altogether, are so high drama. These men have oftentimes experienced that a relationship woman is actually bringing their peace. And men want peace in their lives because men already have enough stuff to deal with in their work life, and we women might not realize that. So a lot of women expect when their partner comes home from work that they can just dump their day and dump their emotions on their man, expecting the man to deal with it. And if he doesn't, oh my God, he got something coming for him. Women need to realize that they need to learn to deal with their issues on their own. Your partner is not your dumping ground for your emotions. Of course, you will find challenges in your relationships, but you have to talk through them. You have to communicate through them with love and respect. Always think partner. Don't see them as the enemy and don't see them as your therapist. It is so important that you learn to deal with your issues on your own. You need to work through your emotions. Go into therapy if it's something serious, but don't expect your partner to solve all of your issues, and that your partner will be open to receive all of your stress and all of your anxiety at the end of the day. And too much on their partner instead of having a life outside of the relationship and outside of their partner. Many women, when they get into a relationship, they let go of friends, they let go of hobbies. So when their man comes home, he is the sole focus of them. This man has to be their everything, their friend, their therapist, their partner, their hero, person. So this is why it's so high drive. Feel the stress from you. And this is the reason why men just decided to opt out of, because they have experienced this time and time again with women that is just, and this is not what men want in their life. Men want peace. Men tranquil, loving relationship with a supporting partner where they come home to a peaceful environment and not a war zone. And in general, I just think that women need to learn to deal with their anxieties, to deal with their stress on their own. Because a lot of women, like I said, put that on their partner, put the responsibility on their partner. Comes home, he has just a rage of emotions and things to deal with, and an unhappy wife that has just been bubbling in her face. So he comes home to this explosive energy of emotions. And then what? I read of guys in the comment section that a lot of men stay in the car before they walk through the door because they need to center themselves of what they're going to walk into. And this is not right. You should be happy to come home to your partner. You should be loving and calm and peaceful. And to be fair, women start doing this early on in dating as well. They fully focus on the guy that they're dating and expecting this man to be their savior and their everything, fully letting go of their own lives. And this puts a lot of pressure on men. So men, a couple of days that you're a woman who's looking for him to solve all of your issues.
Really tough.
And this is why a lot of men just move away from dating altogether, because women just cling so much to men and they have such high expectations of this man to solve everything in their lives. And this is why they become high drama. Because a man can never live up to all of your expectations. And if you put all of that on your man, it's just stressful for him and it's not fair. And you need to understand that you need to start taking the responsibility for your own healing and for your own emotions. So if you feel anxious, if you're stressed out, if there's things that you need to deal with that you think you need to put on your partner, please find therapy, find help. Find someone to talk to, not your partner. Make an effort to heal yourself and heal through your traumas and pains and worries without dumping that on your partner. And I used to be anxious as well, and what really helped me was meditation. I meditate 20 minutes a day now. You don't have to do it for that long. Even 5 minutes of meditation already helps to just calm down and really center yourself. Maybe do it before your partner comes home and really see what your emotions are and what things that you really need to talk about together, because it affects the relationship. And on top of that, journaling is very good. If you have a lot of thoughts and anxious thoughts and ruminations, journal about it. Get it out of your system and don't dump it on your partner via text or even when they come home from work. Work through it. This is your responsibility. And if you do that, more and more you'll start to filter the fluff and the anxious thoughts from things that you really need to share with your partner. Please understand that men are now opting out of relationships because women are too high drama. You expect too much from your man.
Are there times when you would love to have another address or phone number to use instead of your home address and personal number?
Oh, light a butt plug while you strip it. That is so cute.
I found a website, and on that site, like, you have multiple girls, and he found me. So with my images and all the, what I was doing on those visits.
She says, "Her buddy, I see you. You are providing something real to people who genuinely need it, and you are doing it with preservatives."
If you're really this concerned about a girl that you love doing something like that, just imagine what your mom used to do before you were born.
34, ball is a 38.
sex workers because now she got a little light up that photo. That would be so cute on the pole. That is such a good idea. A little light up butt plug while you strip it. That is so cute. Oh, I love us. I love us. I love sex workers. Oh my God. Everybody's so creative. We're so artistic. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great.
That was a girl. This girl's a stripper. But that girl sells the cat. She sells the cat, and she's a regular society, right? Walking around like a regular bottom dweller like the rest of us. Why am I saying that? Because so many men are asleep, fast asleep, but not that much anymore. Men are starting to wake up. This new generation of men are waking up, right? I understand. And the new generation of men want to be understood. Why do they want to be understood? Because things like this are happening. It's gotten worse. The ladies have gotten much worse. Why am I saying this? Because somebody like her who sells the cat, probably for cheap, even expensive, I don't know, right? Also doing it.
I need my teachers to enter those grades. I need them to put in the final grades right now because your girl is tearing it up. Really tearing it up. And that's my Arabic. I'm definitely gonna get an A in that class, but I need them to enter it officially into the grades ASAP. ASAP, please. I need it on the record now. I got a 4.0 mother.
You see? Well, why did I show that? Right? I showed that to point something out. She's gonna be in regular society, right? Eventually, she'll want a regular man. Probably won't want a regular man, right? Gonna be a 3 or 4 and expect a ball. This is what's happening. And this is what men have to deal with. So men are saying, no mas. Look at her. I'm not hating on her. She got 4.0 GPA. Good job for you. But how did you get it? It's no dignity in what you're doing. These ladies are told and taught, my body, my choice. My body, my choice. And freedom was given to them by who? The Grandmaster himself, right? That betrayed all humanity. And mostly you ladies.
My boyfriend had no idea. So my boyfriend and I dated for 5 years, and he never knew what I was doing. Most girls work like I did. Nobody knows. Boyfriends, not their family, sometimes not even their closest friends. So he was working 2 jobs, and I was working like 4 hours a day. I just told him I was working as an influencer, like on Instagram, and I got too confident that he was never gonna find it out, and I left a scribbled email on the kitchen counter one day. So he found it weird, and he started snooping until he found a website. And on that site, like, you have multiple girls, and he found me. And the thing about this is that it has multiple descriptions, basically reviews. So with my images and also with what I was doing on those visits, he confronted me, obviously, and he was really emotional. I came clean, and I told him, like, there was no way that after what he saw, I could hide it. And he actually did forgive me, but afterwards, things were broken. There was a lot of silence and a lot of tension. For 5 years, he had never yelled at me. He was a very calm person. Even when he confronted me about all of this, he was always pretty calm. Then, like a week later, he got home from a night out, and he was absolutely drunk. And so this is when he snapped at me, and he was going through like this rage fit. He started throwing all my makeup down the toilet, like flushing it, and he's like, twice my size.
I gotta tell you guys what's going on, right? What you don't realize, she was taught by other ladies, it's okay, right? It's okay. This man was taught by society, who was brainwashed for feminism, this is okay. It's not okay. Everything she's doing is not okay. She's siding with the enemy. Guys, we are in a spiritual battle. We are. Look what's going on. She's selling herself. She did the my body, my choice. Men are backing out because they know it's evil.
I couldn't do anything. I got really scared. So I called the cops. The day after, he told me that he thought he could deal with it, but he can't. And he wasn't yelling or drunk anymore. He had a very calm conversation. He was very mature about it. And obviously, I get it. I mean, I wasn't innocent, obviously, but he wasn't perfect either. It's super rare because someone's in your life for 5 years and then all of a sudden you guys don't talk anymore. There's no contact. But honestly, I'm kind of relieved because I don't have to pretend anymore. Like, I don't have to lie. I'm not proud of what I did, but at least, like, I'm not embarrassed to admit it.
You know, to the streets. You warned them to tell him. He had to find out on his own.
From the 18-yard line.
Holidays. Beautiful, right? They already heard. Because she banks from China. So she's racking up cash back. He gets paid when she says. And those pesky bank fees, she wouldn't know. She banks fee-free. Building her credit stress-free. Look at her go. So don't bank the other way. Bank smarter this season. Do China.
Yo, CEO, Joey. I heard the competition finally matched our 2,000x multipliers on better. Unacceptable. I want 10,000x right now for our users. I said no! No! Give all for the users for free $10 while you're at it too. Step it up. 10,000 times your money on better picks all NFL season long. Download it now.
Download the Better app today and get a free $10. Plus, earn up to a $200 bonus on your first deposit.
Well, let's see if the offense can make up for the misfortune they had just a few moments ago. I know as a quarterback...
Redundant. Used to sell herself to sugar daddies. How do I react? I'm 29 male and I found out that my long-term girlfriend used to sell herself to sugar daddies. This was mostly videos, but at least once involved a meeting for sex. She, 27 female, never told me and says I should have never known. It is Snoop. And that it's not my business, it says it was before me. So much, and considering this all happened in our town, I can't help but think I deserve to know. Hard to believe the girl I love would do that in the past. What should I do? Am I wrong to judge her? Yeah, you're wrong to judge her, because one, it was before you were a part of her life. So you had nothing to do with it. And two, if you're really this concerned about a girl that you love doing something like that, just imagine what your mom used to do before you were born. If it's leaking into your current relationship and she's still doing that, causes a problem then you should address it. But this had nothing to do with you. And honestly, yeah, you're in the wrong for snooping.
You know what's funny? And that's why they always go against the patriarchy. You know what was done back in the day? I'm not saying something was done now, right? Because time is getting into it. But people like him, right? Let me tell you, I was doing a Bible study, right? And an Israelite camp, someone brought people to other gods, right? And what he was doing, people were doing things like this in the other tribes. And they were doing sexual rituals for the other gods. And man, I don't want to get into how deep it is, but it's deep and it's still happening today. People use drugs to do it, but let's not get into that, right? Look what this man is doing. And he's a Gen Z man. But his brain is warped.
This job. What we are really selling is intimacy. And intimacy isn't some luxury or indulgence. In my opinion, it is a basic human need. Babies who don't receive physical affection don't survive. And yet many people, especially men, go through life without it. Not because they don't want love, not because they're bad or incapable, but because life happens. Divorce, shame, social awkwardness, or anxiety, their upbringing, fear, grief, the reasons are different for everybody, but the result is the same. They're living without touch, without warmth, without connection. And that is really not a pleasant way to live. Most men would probably rather not pay for intimacy. They'd rather experience it freely in their personal lives, but they don't, or maybe they can't. And so for them, paying becomes the best available alternative. For many of my clients, the time they spent with me was the only time they felt desired, seen, touched, accepted, and sometimes in years. And when people say things like, I can't believe she's so body, they are not seeing any of this. They're not seeing the human element. They're not seeing the need that exists or the service that is being provided. And they're certainly not seeing the women behind the work, the ones who show up with care, presence, and purpose. Because yes, many of us feel a deep sense of meaning in what we do. I certainly did, even at 18. And that might be hard to comprehend if you've never experienced this industry or questioned the beliefs that you were raised with. And honestly, like I would do if you didn't have to. But for every colleague woman who's ever felt the sting of judgment, for every woman who's ever been reduced to a throwaway line like she sells her body, I see you. You are providing something real to people who genuinely need it, and you are doing it with heart. In many cases, with more compassion than the world gives you credit for. That is not shameful. That is powerful, in my opinion, and you deserve to be proud of it.
Look, I'm getting a call from numbers under numbers.
Have you tried reversal.com?
Reversal.com?
Yeah, we all get numbers from calls we don't know. Now, it could be important, right? So you want to just ignore it. Let's say you pick up and it's your bank.
Is it my bank?
Exactly. It could be your bank. These scammers are so good at disguising themselves. That's why you need reversal.com. Look, with reversal.com, you're going to type in the number, and it's going to quickly search their massive database, and it could give you all this information right here.
Wow. Names, numbers, emails, even social handles. That's a lot of info.
Let's do the one for the number just called you. We'll type in the number. Let's see. Yeah, 100% potential spam. Ignore it.
Is that easy?
Yes, reversal.com makes it that easy to see who could be behind those unknown calls.
Hey, do you want to for an LLC for $0 plus the state fees while in your cozy pajamas at home? I want to introduce you to Zen Business. Zen Business is a worry-free way for you to form your LLC with confidence. So listen, join over 800,000 business owners who started and grew their companies with Zen Business. Visit zenbusiness.com.
Sorry, I don't know how to answer.
Do you hate my women? What makes me say I hate them all women is that, you know, that one Billie Eilish quote who said, that's it right there. You look at that statement, you see how invalid that is. As a young man coming up, you see how they're just trying to put you down. Okay? Now, if the roles were reversed, this would be a cancelable offense for us. You understand that? So I think that, you know, there are double standards, okay, and we have to look at these. Let this shit slide. Laws, okay? We have to realize that, like, you're gonna say that about us, and you expect us to not say that about you. Now, let's take it back. Let's look at the situation, all right? Next question. Right.
Yeah, that's what's going on, and everything is okay. Everything is accepted, and that's not true. Everything is not accepted. You know, what these ladies are doing, it's not acceptable. You know, when a guy caught her selling herself, she broke up with him. And he probably was heartbroken, crying for days. He shouldn't have been. Well, actually, he should have, because she broke his heart. But now he knows how to maneuver. And I'll tell you, the same thing can happen when you go overseas. As a man, but they made it harder for men to mature in the West, right? So as a man, when you go outside, you have to know certain things to look for, right? You have to take the old school, how do you say it?
cold approach, right? And use it overseas. You have to use the old school cold approach methods overseas by learning the language of that country. Seriously. Because this is the way. As you see, every video shows you this is the way. And what other way is there? To what, make a bunch of money and then marry at 3 or 4? Because guys want somebody they can have children with and have a family with. Guys want legacy. But how do you build a legacy with a 3 or 4 that sells herself? There's no legacy in that. And men know this. And what do? They get the degrees and hold them over guys' heads. So you see a lot of guys tapping out on that front. But I'll tell you this. Me, I tapped out on that front as well. But I was a grinder. I repeat, I tapped out on the same front by not going to college, but I grinded. And I hustled and I grinded. And as a man, you have to work, right? So that's why I teach what I teach. Like right now, I pretty much have a Christmas special. But my package that's usually $200 is $50. And I'm keeping it that way. I may even bring down my price for people to have people work for you a little lower than it is now, right? Because guys need to know this. I'm talking about you can make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands per year doing what I teach. Like, men have good role models to follow. The role models that are telling you, don't waste your money on college, they're telling you the truth. And I think ladies don't realize it, but men are in a better position. Why? Because we can be alone, because it's not lonely.
Better than millennials. I said it. And the main reason for that is because they figured out the truth at a younger age. I'm 30, so I'm a millennial. And we were told so many lies growing up. We were told, be nice and be kind and treat women sweet. Just be yourself. How many times do you hear that bullshit? We were told, go to college, work hard and get a good job. We were told it's the inside that counts. Women should like you for you. But all of those was lies. Yeah. And millennials learned that shit the hard way. But Gen Z don't have that problem. They grew up with technology. They grew up being able to search the truth. And that led them to be able to act accordingly. Like when I was 19, I first started working out. And I was always the youngest person in the gym until like 23, 24. But now I see kids in high school in the gym getting after it. And I talk to those guys pretty often. And a lot of them are skipping college because they don't want to be in debt and they're going to trade school and they're starting to make good money. And they're not simps. They realize how ruthless women can be. So they're not going to simp over that shit. Know how to operate. Like they're all about making money and making muscles. So they're way ahead of millennials in that case.
Well, I understand what he's saying, but that's not the truth with all millennials. I say that because I was 16 working out and I didn't go to college either. Also, what am I doing right now? Showing guys how to go overseas and showing guys this is the way. But most guys that I grew up with, they didn't know, right? I started millennials and I started technology and I kind of led the way. It's because the year I am, the age I am too, I'm the first year of millennials and I was raised by Gen X. So I grew up watching, we don't love them all. Right? I seen all of that. And it was kind of red pill back then, right? The street way in hip hop was red pill. So I kind of was like that my whole life, not knowing it, not trying to be that. That's just what I had in my DNA. But I get what he's saying. As the majority, yes, it is the majority, and guys are starting to do better because they learn it.
Yeah.
Going the old traditional way doesn't work. Even though going the old traditional way does work when you're not in the West.
You should never sue the driver who crashed into you after a car accident. There's a much better way you could get paid a way bigger check without suing, without going to court, and without dealing with insurance directly. Not many people know this, but there's more than one way to get paid after an accident that doesn't involve court or insurance claims. Here's the thing. Most people assume they know their options after an accident. Insurance or lawsuit. That's it. Pick one and deal with the consequences. But what if there was a third option? One that could get you more money than insurance and get it faster than court? Would you want to at least know if that's possible? If you've been in any car accident in the past year, even as a passenger, there's something you should know. Those two traditional options aren't your only choices. Let me break down why the traditional options don't work as well as people think. Insurance lowballs you. That's their job. Pay you as little as possible and move on. Most people accept it because they don't know there's a better way. Court takes forever, 12 to 18 months minimum, thousands in upfront costs. No guarantee you'll win. Most people do it anyway because they think it's their only option for real money. But here's what's crazy. While most people are stuck with those two options, some people discovered a third way, and they're getting six-figure checks in as fast as 30 days. So what is this third way most people don't know about? It's the 2025 Crash Connect Compensation Program. It was just launched to help accident victims claim the massive payouts they could be owed without the usual hassle. No insurance lowballs, no courtroom waiting, no days of stress. The only catch is we're only looking for 10 more car accident victims who want to try this program for free and get paid the maximum amount they may be owed. So just click the link around this video to see in seconds if you qualify and find out how much you could be owed. Here's what happened to Michelle. Her accident was 8 months ago. Insurance offered $7,000, not even close to fair. She was also thinking about a lawsuit requiring $10,100 up front in 19 to 23 months. Michelle didn't want either option. Then her neighbor told her there was a third way she'd never heard of. Michelle checked if she qualified. She did. Never went back to insurance. Never sued. Michelle got $120,000 in 39 days on this option she didn't know existed. All you have to do is qualify, and you can receive your money in as little as 30 days. Just use the qualification tool below. Click the link around this video. Answer a few quick questions about your accident. It takes about 30 seconds, and it'll find out in seconds if you qualify. If you qualify, an accident specialist contacts you. You tell them your story. They handle the rest. You could have your check in as little as 30 days. You pay absolutely nothing unless you actually receive compensation. Think about what this means. No settling for less with insurance. No waiting years for court. Just the maximum compensation you may be owed delivered in as fast as 30 days. The reason most people don't get this? They simply don't know it's an option. They think insurance and court are all there is. So they pick one and hope for the best. But you're finding out right now there's a third way. One that's better than both. Here's what you need to know. We're only looking for 10 more car accident victims. Your accident must be within the past year. These claims have strict deadlines. Most people will choose between insurance and court because those are the only options they know. But you know about all three now. Click below to see if you could be owed a bigger check. Use the qualification tool. See if you qualify for this third option most people never discovered. Fast, free. You won't pay a cent unless you win. And do it now, before those 10 spots fill up, before your deadline expires, before you commit to one of the traditional options when there's a smaller choice available.
This strong old fella goes by the name Chris. His suit of red velvet and an iconic fit. With this particular year, without much of a reason, he craved a new look this holiday season. He searched on Google and on you could see how he looked in the picture he built. Click on sale, shipping next day. Because he asked for Santa Slade.
Society standards, and I'm loving it. Gen Z will literally go the farthest just to not conform to society standards, and I'm loving it. So many boomers today will say to you, work hard, take everything you want. Go to school, go to college, get a degree, go to your 9 to 5, sit in traffic, and go home, get ready for bed, and do the same thing all over again for 4 years, and you finally be happy. But we don't want that. We want the financial flexibility to have the time to do literally whatever we want in life and not have to give our time away to another employer. We'll literally do anything to avoid a 9 to 5 life. lifestyle, because at the end of the day, it just burns you out, it makes you depressed, and you're working with people you don't even like. Come here to tell me I gotta spend 80% of my day around people that I do not like. I have to sit at a desk for literally 8 hours every single day, and then I finally get to go home at 6 o'clock after sitting in traffic and then spend time with my family. Yeah, I'm good. The sooner you realize the time you're giving away to these employers is more precious than the money you're earning itself, the better. Gen Z is realizing that today, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah. It's nothing new, guys. I've known this forever, right? And what I saw growing up, it showed me. I guess coming from where I'm from, right? Seeing sexy girls run the city all day, seeing people. I've been seeing these videos forever. They were on Instagram, they're on Facebook. People having jobs and struggling. I've experienced working and struggling. And so I'm happy I took the way I took, right? I show guys how to work online and how to work online and do the work. And also to receive a little push, right? I show guys how to make it easier for yourself to do the work. I show guys how to get the work. What I mean is, let me tell you, I'm gonna break it down, right? I show guys how to apply for the job. I show guys how to do the job and not punch a clock, pretty much.